everybody, it's Matthew Reinhart. Welcome to another learning unit, the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Ooh, so cool. Today we're gonna make a pop of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. So this giant pop-up project that we're making each has all of the 7 wonders of the world, the ancient ones that is, and they all combine together to form this big cool map of the ancient world with all the 7 wonders. And oh cool, let's get started with the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. The most difficult thing about the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, it's the only one of the 7 wonders of the world that there is no evidence that they even exist. Babylon was the city where these hanging gardens were, and reportedly they were built by Nebuchadnezzar II for his wife, Amytis. Babylon was a city that is in what is today modern-day Iraq. And there is another theory that the gardens were actually an Assyrian city in a place called Nineveh. And there were actually a step-like series of gardens on tiers that had all these different types of trees and shrubs and vines, and it almost looked like an entire green mountain. All right, well, enough about the legends, enough about what, our theories about what the gardens. Let's make our own garden. What do we do first? We always know what we do, right? We download the templates. There's a little link down below. Click on them. You're gonna get it on your computer. You're gonna print onto cardstock, and there will be several pieces. You can use any color you like. You can use white. You can use colored cardstock. You want to use cardstock because it's a little bit tougher. It'll hold up when you cut out all these pieces. Next, you're going to score all the dotted black lines. So you're going to look for all those dotted. By the way, these are not my beautiful fingernails. This is Kirsten. She helps me out sometimes with these videos, and she's going to press that big paper clip and along the edge of a ruler to make all those score lines, all those dotted lines. She's going to press into it with it, and what that does is it actually makes the paper much easier to fold along all of those dotted lines. So as I'm commenting about her fingernails, I should be saying stuff about how she's scoring all these lines. Gosh, I really get off topic sometimes, don't I? Anyhow, so she's scoring all these lines. It's gonna be super easy to fold wherever those dotted lines are going. And we're kind of pressing into the paper just a little bit. There we go. Let's get started cutting out the pieces. And do you know what lines we follow to cut out the pieces? The solid black lines. That's right. We follow all those lines. Now you may see gray, artwork lines and other different lines on the templates, but we're going to follow these dark solid black lines. All right, we already did the scoring and that's for folds, and these dark solid black lines are the cut lines. Just follow along very carefully and use a pair of scissors that you really are comfortable with. Nothing is worse than having the wrong side. Like I'm right-handed and I've used left-handed scissors before, and they don't feel right. So get scissors that work right and follow along those solid black lines. I can't even say what I'm saying. Those solid black lines very carefully. Take your time too. It's not a rush. Come on, these crafts are supposed to be fun. We want to enjoy ourselves. A lot of times the journey is just as fun as the destination, right? So let's keep cutting out all these pieces. But there's a Matthew Reinhart nugget of knowledge right there. Sometimes the journey is just as great as the destination. Right. Okay, so let's cut there. All these pieces, they're all cut out. And we're going to fold this one down the center. We're just going to fold that just like that. I'm a little silly today. All right, we're going to fold it down the center. Very nice. That's going to be our main base page. Now let's take this big piece here. We're going to fold this. This is going to be a tab that's going to glue on the page just like that. Yeah, just like that there. Now this pop-up is mainly comprised, and we're going to fold this one down here. This pop-up is mainly comprised of layers, and they're really easy to make. And they're basically it's almost like a folded box, especially if you look at it from the side. But we're going to add these pieces on instead of being all made from one piece of paper, which is another art that's sort of a pop-up art called kirigami. I think in the future I am going to do a how-to about how you can start doing kirigami, because we've been doing a lot of layers with these projects, and I think it's a really cool art form to make a pop just from one piece of paper. I've got to learn it more before I teach you. All right, so we're gonna fold these pieces just like this. And the reason why I gotta learn it, because I don't do that as much. I cut up all my pop-up pieces. So to be able to make it all from one piece of paper would be really, really fun and cool. These, of course, are made from several pieces of paper. All right, there we folded that piece. It's all ready. It's going to be part of the gardens, one of the tiers in the garden. And let's get started gluing this all together. We're going to assemble it using some just regular craft glue. You can use, white craft glue. You can use any color craft glue. I can't even say it. Glue. It's craft glue. You like. We're going to, now let's glue down these two tabs. This is glue tab A and B. And you can see that they line up with the shapes on the base page. Those tabs are exactly the same shape as those gray areas on the base page. So there's for tab A. And then tab B on the bottom. See that one? Just like that. And look at how we're gluing in that area. Instead of just squirting a big old, puddle of glue, we're just filling it in that gray area so we don't make a big mess. This way our pop-up works better. And we're just going to carefully line up both of those tabs. Sometimes you have to look underneath and make sure it's all lined up on the bottom, which it is. And then we're going to line up. See, look at that tab. It fits right in place, just like that. It's almost as if somebody made these templates exactly for this piece. Huh, it was me. Yep. All right. Someone did make this template perfectly for us. All right, we're going to add these two tabs here. C and C. Remember C&C Music Factory? I love them. So we're going to glue those tabs, but they're going to glue under. So we're going to put some glue on the actual tab here that says C. And watch, she's going to fold it under just like that and press it down to the base page. So we don't see the tab. We don't need to see the tab there. And then we're going to glue this tab over on here. It also says C. Now, like I said, this is all made from layers. It's super easy to assemble. So each one of these pops has a different varying level of difficulty. Let's add this top tier. This is one of the higher up tiers of the hanging garden. That tab there is going to, see that D tab and that E tab? Those are going to glue and they're going to fold under and they're going to glue just like that. Look at that. So let's put some glue in place right in those areas. There's within the area glue D here. Right like that. And you can see there's even a little bit of artwork there. Now when you're decorating, you can put whatever you want there. We made it light enough so that if you want to draw your own trees, your own garden, you can do it. But we also put it there too so that you can follow it if you're not the best drawer. Look, all of us aren't great drawers, so we want to help you a little bit along the way, and you can see some of the details of the gardens. But this is your pop-up, so you can make it however you like. Let's glue this bottom tab. See how it's going to fold under. It's going to line up just like that. You want to make sure they're straight. It's a little off, but that's pretty good. That'll work. I'm going to fold it down. Oh, we don't want to forget these two pillars, right? These pillars, they go right here. And when you're gluing them on, you want to make sure that the pillars do not go over the lower fold. Okay, so we're going to put some glue in this area. See, just like that. And watch, this pillar, see how it doesn't go over that lower fold? See how you can kind of see it peeking? The dotted line peeking out underneath it on the bottom? That's the way you want to do it. All right, we're just going to put glue in that little rectangle right like that. Beautiful. And then we're going to add that pillar right on top. Awesome. I think we're done. Well, now you can decorate it, so you can use markers or crayons or whatever you like. Oh, hey, and after you've done that, you can add the cover. So we're going to add some glue on this little cover bit of the map. That's only a small section of the giant map of the ancient wonders of the world. And it'll just show you, when you've assembled this entire group of projects together, it'll show you where all of these different ancient wonders of the world were. Even though we're not really sure if the Hanging Gardens of Babylon were in this place or even existed, I would like to say they would. Wouldn't you? I think so. They had to have been. All the stories about them, they had to exist. Okay, so we glued the cover on the front of our pop-up card. Now let's glue this onto our map. So we're going to put glue on the back side here, just like this. And we're going to stick it right on top. See, it says Glue Babylon here. Or rather, Glue Babylon Pop here. So we're going to put some glue. We can put sort of the edges there and just spread it out on the inside. Just like that. And then we're going to put our pop on top of it. Now again, like I said, you can color and decorate all of this any way you want. You can add stories or write facts about the Hanging Gardens of Babylon that you've read about. Whatever you want, this is your project. So, and we've still got a few more of these ancient wonders to build. So we should get going. Look at that. Oh, it's awesome. The Babylon Gardens are back. All right, everyone, this is Matthew Reinhart saying thank you so much. Be sure to hit like and subscribe down below. And if you enjoyed this, let me know what else you'd like to see in the future. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. This is Matthew Reinhart saying keep on popping.